We're back with another episode of Franchise My Business, the podcast for franchisors, hosted by franchisors. I'm your host, Kevin Oldham, and today we're going to talk about two different types of marketing and why they may be applicable to your franchise development offers and the ways that you go about getting your brand out there in front of prospective franchisees. So I'm going to talk about brand versus direct response marketing. And the way that I like to think about these two things is brand. When you think about brand, is everything. It's the feeling that we have about what a business means to us, what their promise is to us as a consumer. Its time to impact could be immediate to never to somewhere in between. Like brand is, when you think about brand, you think about iconic brands like Southwest Airlines, Coca-Cola, and brands that everybody throughout the entire world knows. And the reason that they know about them is because they've spent tons of time getting their brand out there. And furthermore, they've backed up their brand promise with a great product or great service, and people talk about it. Building a brand is expensive. It takes a long time, and there's not this immediate gratification. Most commonly, when we're doing franchise development opportunities, we're relying on direct response marketing. What does that look like? It may mean that we're putting an ad in a portal. It may mean that we're running ads on Google, Facebook, somewhere like that. We're putting an offer in front of somebody and saying, hey, here's an opportunity, fill out this form or contact us and we'll get back to you and provide information about the opportunity. And so I come from this kind of old school of thought where I believe that first and foremost, humans do connect with brands that resonate with them. So if you're thinking about a franchise sales conversation, you're probably going to be investing a lot of money into building or acquiring the rights to a franchise and building it out. Chances are I want a brand that resonates with me. I want a brand that means something to me, a brand that I believe in. And so brand is probably more important than direct response marketing, because if you have a crappy brand, but then you've got great or direct response marketing, chances are people still aren't going to want to affiliate with your brand, right? But you can have a great brand and crappy direct response marketing, and you can still have people magnetically come to you and say, hey, can I buy a franchise? I'd like to learn about what you're doing. So I believe that the brand aspect of building a great brand is, first of all, a huge part of what we do when we build a franchise. So you've got that component down. You've built a brand. Now the question is, if people don't know about your brand, if you're emerging, sure, sometimes you got to pour some fuel on the fire. You're going to have to do some direct response marketing until you get that flywheel going where you've got locations in mass and people are having great experiences at those locations, and people start reaching out to you and saying, hey, I'd like to learn more about your business, your brand, and see what that would be like if I were a franchisee affiliating with you. Okay. I don't think it's either or, right? But I do think the following is true. You have to have an amazing brand before you franchise. And I don't mean brand by a logo or anything like that. Like, what's your brand promise to your customer? How do you treat them? What is the service level that you're providing beginning to end? What does that look like? That is component number one. And then that makes any of your direct response advertising or direct response marketing efforts that much more effective. So my perspective is amazing brand, and you can have terrible direct response marketing and have a great franchise system. But if you've got a bad brand, I don't care how much direct response marketing or how much marketing you have, you still just don't have a great brand. And who wants to affiliate professionally with somebody who doesn't have a great brand, who wants to pay an initial franchise fee to get the rights to that brand if it's not a brand that is looked upon favorably, not only by prospective franchisees, but also by the general public. So there's my perspective. Brand versus direct response marketing. I definitely feel like you got to get the brand stuff down first before you even look at direct response. Until next time, I'm your host, Kevin Oldham, and I have two asks. Number one, if you like what we're doing at Franchise My Business, I'd love it if you subscribe. And furthermore, I'd love it if you left us a review. Until next time, I hope that you have a phenomenal week and be well.